Campo,
Marieta Tarohan Nidamo,
Let's Stephanie Pasilan,
Shashel Kirlayesi,
Rizal M. Batindaan.
Adrian D. Paeres.
Types of school buildings. The availability of an acceptable building is an important requirement for the operation of a school. To be acceptable, a building shall be safe, sanitary, and adequate. A safe school building is structurally stable to resist lateral forces such as strong winds, earthquakes, etc. School buildings are classified according to structure, function, and design. As to structure, it may be classified as permanent, semi-permanent, and temporary. As to function, it is classified as instructional, administrative, and non-programming. As to design, it is classified as Gabaldon type, RP, US Bayanihan, TIPED standard or modified, for learning and public use school building or Lapos building, and others. Here are the categories of school buildings according to structure, then according to design, such as the type of building, Gabaldon type, Army type, Magsaysay type, Imelda type, and etc. Then as to function, under the function is instructional spaces. These spaces are designed to directly accommodate the educational program. The basic instructional spaces for elementary schools are classrooms and work education, or multi-purpose buildings for home economics and industrial art classes. However, for secondary schools offering general curriculum, the basic instructional spaces for classrooms, computer rooms, science laboratories, and technology and livelihood education shops. Then the size of educational space depends upon the number of places to be provided. However, the minimum size of any basic instructional space shall be planned to accommodate the ideal class size. For secondary schools, the number of basic instructional spaces required is derived from the following formula. R equals T times P over S times U, where R is the required number of a type of basic instructional space, where T is the total weekly periods for all subjects in all classes or sections and year levels requiring a type of basic instructional space. P is the use of percentage, which is 100% except in agricultural and fishery shops, which is 80%. S is the weekly class periods. The type of basic instructional space is available per week, which is normally 40, but varies in schools with extended school days. Then U is the utilization factor, which is 90% for classroom and 85% is for science laboratories and shops. This formula is applied separately for each basic instructional space type. Then second, under the function is administrative and service spaces. The administrative and service spaces are those which serve to facilitate administrative and administration-related functions and services, such as administrative office, canteens, medical or dental clinics, guidance room, dormitories, and etc. Then the third one is non-program spaces. The non-program spaces are those which are not directly related to the implementation of the educational program and administrative functions, or services such as lobbies, corridors, stairs, and etc. The regulated space in school building is expressed by allocating area per place or station. Then the fourth one is the corridors. The corridors are required at ground level if appropriate direct access to enclosed spaces is provided. Every corridor shall not be less than 1.10 meters wide and shall be unobstructed. Above ground level, the minimum clear width is 2 measures provided that the provisions of the National Building and Fire Codes of the Philippines and other relevant rules and regulations are observed. That's all.
Minimum standards for instructional and administrative spaces for preschools, elementary and secondary schools, and technical vocational schools. Classroom, 1.40 square meter. Science laboratory, 2.10 square meter. School shops, practical arts, technology, industrial arts, and non-economics like EDP or TLE, 2.50 square meter per place. The computer room, laboratory, 1.40 square meter per place. The computer room, laboratory is a special instructional space necessary to meet the current and future demand of modern technology. The room shall provide at least a minimum space of 1.40 square per place and shall accommodate at least 10 network personal computers with other necessities and accessories such as computer tables and chairs, proper electrical wirings and outlet, air conditioning units, windows and doors with iron grills and locks. Library Learning Resource Center or LRC, 2.40 square meter. The library or the LRC shall have a capacity of 10% of the enrollment at 2.40 square meter per place, provided that a total area is not less than that of a standard classroom. In schools with more than one shift, the basis for computing the area is a shift with the largest enrollment. Library hub, small, medium, and large division. Administrative and service spaces. Administrative office, 5 square meter. Mental or dental clinic, 28 square meter. Guidance room, 28 square meter. Preschool. The standard for the physical environment, the minimum requirements for the school site, the physical facilities, and the learning equipment for a preschool, class size maximum of 15 children to a class, and 2 hours daily class hours. Physical structure, floor area of at least 7 meter by 9 meter in a 500 to 1,000 square meters. Strengthened technical vocational schools. School year 2008-2009, class size in tech book schools are 40 students for the academic subjects and 30 students for the specialized STBEP.
The design of school buildings. Everyone wants safe and affordable schools that function well. That is, they must respond to 3 basic needs: security, identity, and opportunity. In the Philippines, in view of budgetary limitations, these basic needs are taken into account in any renovation or new building plans. Thus, design guidelines have to be considered. Design guidelines. The following are the general guidelines that shall be observed in the design of school buildings. A. The school building shall be designed in accordance with its functions, needs of its users, and the nature of the environment. In view of the scarce resources, a school building shall be conceived for economy in construction, utilization, and maintenance. Second, placement and layout. A building shall be properly oriented. It is directly related to the health and comfort of the pupils or students and teachers, hence the efficiency of the school plan. Third, school building orientation. Orientation of school building located in coastal areas should consider the direction of possible storm surge. The proper orientation of school building aims primarily to minimize direct sunlight inside the classroom and to minimize the entrance of breeze air or air currents into them. Fourth, layout. The layout of school buildings on the school site refers to the location and arrangement of school buildings to achieve maximum functional efficiency and aesthetic effect. Fifth, building plans.
There are two types of plans for the design and specification of public elementary and secondary school buildings. We have A. Standard Building Plan, prepared by architects and engineers of the DepEd and the DPWH and approved for general use in all schools throughout the country. Second, Special Building Plan, a plan designed specifically for a particular school for a special purpose because of certain unique or peculiar features of the school site. 6. Building plan requirements. A school building plan originating from the field, local government units, and private entities shall be submitted to the PFSED OPS DepEd for review and approval. Last, design requirements. The following pertinent requirement prescribed in the National Building Code of the Philippines shall be considered in the design of the school buildings. We have windows, ceiling height, floor construction, roof construction, exit doors, door shutter, corridors, and stairways.